Hey everybody, I'm Andy Geels. If you're here, you probably know that. I was supposed to live stream today, but it's raining here in Nashville. And before I was supposed to live stream, I was supposed to play the Bluebird Cafe today, April 19th, for their Sunday Writers Nights. And I'm bummed. I'm not playing a live show somewhere. And I'm sure that lots of you are bummed that you're not doing something out live somewhere as opposed to in here. So I wasn't excited about doing a live stream, so I'm doing something else instead. I have my notebook where I write my new songs. I used to be pretty militantly digital, and I wrote everything in Google Docs. I still do. I still transfer everything over, but lately I've found that this feels a little bit more artsy. I don't know. I like handwriting it. I think it'll be a cool thing to have at some point. I put stickers on it. There's an Isbell sticker and an Iowa sticker and all sorts of good stuff. But anyways, I'm going to play some songs out of this book. Some of them I've played before. Some of them I haven't. I just showered. I haven't warmed up. I'm supporting the National Wrestling Alliance. I'm just gonna wing this. This is take 2. So if you want to know how many takes into this I am, this is second take. But I'm gonna play some songs out of here, and in the spirit of Sunday Writers Night and in the spirit of the Bluebird, I'll talk about them a tiny bit. And not so much that I feel like I'm being self-indulgent. I got my coffee, I got my guitar, We'll transition maybe to something harder if this becomes take 7 or 8. All right. This first song is called Somebody Else's Town. The last time I played it was at the Bluebird Cafe, I think. And I debuted it there. So I have a cat that's creeping up on the desk, so we're going to try to keep him away. Malcolm, here, I'll show you him. What a good boy. He's sweet. Okay, but he can't be up there. I'll mess up my light. Somebody Else's Town. There's a chorus clinging to Broadway. 1,001 of a kind, and a shadow dancing on neon that'll never be mine. There's a heartbreak waiting to happen. 1,000 more in the past, and a sinking quicksand sensation draining my glass. And now I'm stuck here waiting for something. Yeah, I'm stuck here screwing around, stuck here spinning my wheels in somebody else's town, And when I met her, she was a firefly, sprung from a messenger town, shaking the last of the binds, and tying her down. She said I left home quick as a bullet, yeah. I fired myself into the air. Yeah, I fired myself over the freeway, aiming for anywhere. Said I'm stuck here waiting for something. Yeah, I'm stuck here screwing around. Stuck here spinning my wheels in somebody else's town. Now most nights feel like the last one. Yeah, most nights all run the same. Most nights feel like the last one. One of them changed. When she moved in, I was a scarecrow, driving off anything kind. But she tore through all of my stuffing and changed my mind. And yeah, we're stuck here, building up something. Yeah, we're stuck here, breaking new ground. Stuck here, planting our kingdom in somebody else's town. In somebody else's town. I don't know if you can hear the crinkle. There's a cat in one of those little crinkle tubes. Loves it in there. That was somebody else's town. I wrote that about Nashville, a town that I now desperately miss. This is an ironic song. Ironic Songs for the Apocalypse. There's a good album name. What else do I got in here? There's a line in that one I'm particularly like. Let me see if I can find it. I like the scarecrow thing. When she moved in, I was a scarecrow driving off anything. I'm proud of that one. There's also lines in here I'm not sold on. I don't like bindings, tying her down. Anyways, a little bit of inside baseball. Oh, this is one I played during my last live stream. I think that's the only place I played this one. This is a song. This is kind of my like I don't know, Cowboy Macbeth kind of a song. This is a song called Castle in Kentucky. I don't know if I have the arrangement of this fully down, but like I said, this is kind of the spirit of this video. I'm just gonna do it. Oh, this coffee cup is kind of right in the video. Sorry about that. I don't remember if I play this with a capo or not. We robbed a train full of debutantes and thieves. That sounds right. The easy way. Hiding aces up our sleeves, we blew away like falling autumn leaves without a trace. Enough to fool the deputies. Yeah, we've been at this long enough to masterfully deceive, to butter up our marks and tell these socialites believe we're one of them. She found me dead about a decade in the past without a head. It was bobbing in a glass, she got me fed. When I sobered up, she asked me to her bed. Told me I had been miscast. She whispered of a future filled with fortunes that were vast. Her genius and my trigger hand, together we'd outlast the best of them. We swore it then. We keep our boots on the road while the road stays lucky. And when our luck runs dry, build a castle in Kentucky. We had it hard. Yeah, those early days were rough. I'd killed a guard when he grabbed me by the cuff upon that barge. But she was made of stronger stuff. Yeah, she took charge. No one's ever been so tough. And when he haunted all my dreams, she held me in her arms, reminded me that while she breathes, I'd never come to harm. Her promise kept, so I slept. We keep our boots on the road while the road stays lucky. And when that luck runs dry, build a castle in Kentucky. We count stars by the fire when nights get frigid. Milky Way pray, we both stay living. Wonder if there's anything out there praying back. But we're famously faithless, hated and heinous, shamelessly blameless, partners of greatness, bound for respite when the road stays lucky. She'll be a queen, I'll be king of a castle in Kentucky. She's a queen, I'm a king of a castle in Kentucky. She's a queen, I'm a king of a castle in Kentucky. I really dig that song. I don't have the arrangement, I don't think, quite down, but I like the spirit of it. That's the thing a lesson I'm glad I kind of learned at some point was that, like, I don't have to mine all my own, like, personal tragedies and, like, insecurities to just, like, write a song that's just totally fiction. Jason Isbell talks about that because, you know, people, a lot of times the songwriters in particular, they look at a song and they're like, well, I wonder what it is in their life that, like, made that song happen. Because there's really famous songs, of course, that are about real things that really did happen. Almost none of my songs are that way. It's mostly just hypotheticals and, like, interesting ideas and, like, characters. I had that line, a castle in Kentucky. I just had the phrase, and I really dug it, and I just built the whole song around that phrase. I came up with that couplet, keep our boots on the road while the road stays lucky, and when the luck runs dry, build a castle in Kentucky. But the reason why I think that little part is kind of, like, disjointed arrangement wise with the verses is because I wrote that first and I wrote the verses second, and so it's gonna take some, like, polishing and playing. You can tell I don't play that song very often. I don't know if any of that's interesting, but you know, it's my video. So, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? This is a song that's gonna be on the new album. I have to get a slide. I forgot how recently it was that I finished this song. I gotta do a little tuning. This is a song called Burn It Down. It took me forever. Oh, am I gonna be able to see? I think my snark tuner died. Let me, This is the least interesting thing to watch. Like I said, this is not the most interesting thing to watch, but it does sound pretty, so. This is a song called Burn It Down. It's going to be on the new album. Speaking of songs that have nothing to do with me or my life experience, here's one. It shipped Daddy back in pieces on a pair of trucks back home with a stipend from his union and a card. We sent him on to Jesus in a box beneath the stone, forgetting what he looked like wasn't hard. Well, the suit and ties came knocking, paperwork to sign. Yeah, Mama did her best to stand her ground, but the same machine that ate him was thorough by design, and soon enough it ran us out of town. But I'll burn it down. Well, not 17, I hit the road, thunder in my eyes, yeah, liquor on my breath to calm my nerves. Got the gas can in the back seat, praying I would find all the flame and justice I could serve. That factory was ashes, yet a courthouse built into my forest, their temples to the ground. The county judge was fuming, screamed till he was blue, but no amount of yelling saved that town. He said he'd burn me down. Yes, so they shipped me off to Vietnam to fight my fellow man. Dog tags and a haircut to my knee. And I turned 18 in the jungle, and M9 in my hands. Yeah, the suit and ties and weaponized my flame. And I scorched through every village, I blistered every field, I branded every settlement around. But democratic napalm's dangerous to wield, and when the smoke cleared, I could taste that I'd burned down. Well, I came home to a country owned by suit and ties, Wall Street and a White House and a courts. And me and all my brothers who fought and killed and died finally got to see who it was for. So don't call it blaze of glory, don't pray for peace within. I know I was lost and I won't be found, but I'll sing away my wickedness, I'll cauterize my sins, yeah, I'll cremate that machine before I'm bound. Yes, Said I pre-made that machine before I'm bound. Burn it down. I'll burn it down, yeah, I'll burn it down. Yeah, I'll burn it down. I really like that one. That one's gonna be really fun on the album. It's not the acoustic guitar thing. It's a full-blown rock song, which is neat. It's been cool to watch that song kind of go from bits and pieces. I had those first two verses and the progression, I think, for like a year before I finished it. This song's been in the works for a really long time. But it's really long. It's a long song. I have that habit. But this one isn't long. This one's kind of, it's more fresh. Let me get back into tuning. I want Dad Gad, so let's... Again, not the most exciting, but you know what? This is part of it. We're going through the notebook, we're tuning, we're warming up. I think that's good. Don't know. I think it's fine. Right? Yeah, this is a new one. This one's called Melt. I really like this one too. I'm sounding like I'm full of myself. I don't really hate any of these. If I hated them, I wouldn't play them for you. There's definitely stuff in here I don't like. So I think I'll play this one, and then I'll play one that I wrote literally last week that is not finished. And it's more of an example of like, it's pre-edit. My video cut off because of an alarm reminding me to do a live stream in a couple hours. Well, that's not happening. I'm doing this instead. I don't remember where I was. I didn't watch the video to find out where it cut off. So I'm going to play Melt. It's a new song. It's tuned in Dadgad, D-A-D-G-A-D. It's new. I kind of like it. I don't remember if I used the capo for it, so it might be out of my range. And then after that, I'm going to play a brand new, never been played, hasn't been edited draft of a song. But this one's pretty finished. I think it's decent, so... I used to think that love was coming up with reasons why a person wouldn't drive you away. I tally up the points, evaluate the score, and then decide if I had reason to stay. But every metric that I used to make my rubric just reflected all the reasons I was really afraid. Yeah, the devil that you know's in the mirror, and the one you don't's better off at arm's length. Yeah, better off at arm's length. But with you, hold me, yeah, you. Hold me, I melt. See, I already forgot that I'm supposed to go low at that part. I used to think that love was carving off the edges of the person that you actually are. I'd pick and choose the parts to show, and then I'd bury all the others in the backyard. But every now and then they'd find a piece and wonder if it's big enough to go back to the start. Till they excavate the straw that breaks the camel, and we both walk out with a fresh scar. But when you, that's what it is. Hold me, yeah, you. Hold me, I melt, I melt. I used to think that love was jumping off of cliffs till you quit flinching at the side of the ground. I used to think that love was burning all the bridges crossing over into your hometown. I used to think that love was only for the people of the hands, and there was nobody else around. And then you hold me, then you hold me, and I melt, something like that. I knew I'd screw up. See, that's the thing with these newer ones. I forget where they're supposed to go. So there's like part of it was, I think when I eventually record it, I like the idea of it going, but when you hold me, but the like solo acoustic thing, I think maybe doesn't sound as good with me trying to max my range. I don't know. Anyways, that was supposed to be a polished one, and this is supposed to be an unpolished one. We'll see how that turns out. This is a brand new song. It's called Ghost, tentatively. But like I said, it's kind of a work in progress, so it might change. There might be parts of it that change a little bit lyrically. And I'm gonna have to try and remember where it fits musically. Like the key. Something like that. Something like that. I think that's the riff. I have a riff. It's written down somewhere. All right, let's see what I can do. Mama fell asleep with a Marlboro in her hand. Couch went up along with half the land. Daddy watched the bonfire, half a broken man. His other half was ashes in the wind. The bank repoed the ruin of the place we used to play. We moved to Grandma's, there was nowhere else to stay. Daddy was a shadow till a breeze blew him away. Rumor was he followed after her. Cannot blame him for the spell specter he became. Now that I'm a ghost myself, no one lives out here and ends up quite the same. You can wind up something else. Lisa lost a baby with a couple months to spare, and she looked through me like I wasn't even there. I'd come and go at night, but she could only stare into the room that should have been. Can I blame him for the specter he became? Now that I'm a ghost myself, no one lives out here and ends up quite the same. Yeah, you can wind up something else. I can't get that riff. Something like that. So I haunt the shack that should have been a home. Wander through the hallways and the bedrooms all alone. And if I drop dead in this empty catacomb, would I see my dad again? Could I blame him for the specter he became? Now that I'm a ghost myself, no one lives out here and winds up quite the same. You can end up something else. And there's a version where we're monsters on the lam. In fact, it's what I see myself. And I don't know if there's something in the water or the turns us into something else. And if I get the chance to do it all again, could I be somebody else? Something like that. Like I said, that's a brand new one. Maybe only played it all the way through like 2 or 3 times, but it's something like that. I think it's got bones. It sounds like something I'd write, which is kind of the barometer these days. Like, is this something that sounds like you wrote it, or is it something that sounds like somebody else wrote it? I don't know. That's as good advice, I think, writing advice as I can give. But hopefully this was fun. I had a good time doing it. Sorry the camera like went out halfway through. But I think I'll be able to stitch this all together in post, to use industry terms. I don't think I have anything else for you. Maybe I'll do this, a couple times a year if I wind up liking how this one turns out. Or maybe I'll never do this again and I'll hate it and I'll go back to doing live streams, or the world will fix itself. Anyways, stay safe, stay inside, stay sane. Thanks for tuning in.